Thank you everyone for being here today. I want to welcome you to City Hall. My name is Julie Burros. I'm the Chief of Arts and Culture for the City of Boston, and I have the honor of overseeing the Mayor's Office of Arts and Culture and the Boston Cultural Council, which is our grant-making entity. Boston is a city that believes so powerfully in the transformative power of the arts. And thanks to Mayor Walsh's leadership and vision, we were able to talk to the people of Boston about the arts and put all of that into a plan for supporting the arts called Boston Creates. And one of the things we heard so strongly is that people really believe that Boston can only reach its full potential when we really tap into the creativity of everyone and we support artists. We heard so strongly from artists that they need resources, they need opportunities, and they need this support of the city. And they wanted City Hall to be easier to navigate and easier to work with. The Artist Fellowship Award is really responding to all of those needs. We want to keep artists in the city of Boston. So we did a lot to start implementing the Boston Creates Cultural Plan. We're incorporating arts into the construction of roadways, public works. We just came from a groundbreaking this morning in North Square where a major piece of permanent public art is incorporated into the public works budget for that project. We're incorporating artists in the design and renovation of public buildings, including City Hall. We're bringing artists in residence into our key policy work and into our agencies. And we're also creating grant programs to support the work of artists, to keep them in their creative field and to keep them here in the city of Boston. Very briefly, I'm going to have us watch a short video about our 5 Artists Fellowship Award winners, and then I'll introduce Mayor Walsh. It's just 3 minutes long. Talk about creativity. This video was made by my staffer who's been on staff for 3 weeks and made this phenomenal video. So we're super excited.
So my name is Jason Palmer and I live in Roslindale and I'm a trumpet player, composer, and an educator.
I'm Michelle Fornaby. I'm from Roxbury and I work in ink and concrete.
My name is Mary Jane Doherty and I'm from the Back Bay. And I make films.
My name is Dariel Suarez. I live in Brighton and I write.
My name is Marilyn Arson. I live in Jamaica Plain. I am a performance artist. The question of how I got started making art is actually very difficult because I feel like I don't remember a time when I didn't make art.
I started at New England Conservatory back in 1997. I was fresh out of high school and I was a composer, trumpet player, and I really got into composing once I got here and I started to meet other artists and I started to dedicate my life to composing and performing.
Well, in my early days, my father was a journalist when I was growing up in Cuba, and he was a writer, and even though when I was younger I didn't want to write, it was something that was always part of my life. I was a reader, and when I decided to go to school in the US, at the university, I was reading a lot and decided to become a writer. I wanted to try writing short stories.
It's who I am. I make films because this is how I see and hear the world, and it's, for me, the best way that I can shove out to the rest of the world what I see and hear. It's what I can do, it really is. Something I've known forever.
Working in material, directly in material, allows you to express things that are ineffable, things you can't say through any other means.
I've made a lot of different kinds of performance, but lately I've been working more in response to very particular sites, and often, oddly enough, military sites in other parts of the world. Between 2015 and 2016, I did a 100-day performance at the Museum of Fine Art. Every day I was there for 6 hours and did a different performance that had to do with the topic of time.
I'm actually in the middle of a decade-long project called Concrete Poetry, 10 Conceptual Acts of Architecture in Concrete. And so the award comes at a very auspicious and critical time in the process of this piece. And so I really am grateful for the opportunity.
This award means everything to me. It really does.
It means a lot. It's made my year. I mean, it's something that you know, as an artist, again, you know, financially there's always struggles, and I think just to have that support means something. But also just to be recognized, it's a boost as an artist.
I want to start a big band. That's the thing, and I want to start a jazz festival in Rosendale. That's my 5-year goal. One of my 5-year goals is to start one.
And you know, Boston is a city that has a lot of artists, but in a long history, but it also can feel intimidating for new people like me. And so I think it's important to support, you know, writers who come maybe from a different background, and to continue to encourage them and make them feel like they're part of the city. And you know, this fellowship is an example for you to feel like you belong here and that you should be working here and should be writing here or doing your art here. I think that's what I would like to see, a continued support from the city itself to its artists.
It is now my honor to introduce Mayor Martin J. Walsh, the mayor of the city of Boston.
Let me first say, I wish I spoke before the video, because what I can say now can't compete with the 5 of you in the video and 4 that are here with us today. So thank you and congratulations, first of all, and I'm going to get into in a minute. I want to thank City Councilor Nisa Sabi George, who's with us today, for being with us part of this great day. I want to thank Julie Burros, the Boston Cultural Council. I want to thank the Office of Arts and Culture. A lot of thank yous, because we've come in this city, I think, a long way in 3.5 years as far as what we're doing, and it's exciting, and we have more to go. I want to thank the jurors who worked on the over 300 applicants that were received. That is not an easy job. It is a complicated job, and I want to thank you for your work. I want to welcome and congratulate all the first-class Boston Cultural Council Artist Fellows. Congratulations. I mean, just seeing the video and seeing your talents is exactly what we want to see more of in Boston. We want people that live in neighborhoods, people that are part of whatever it is you're doing, whether it's concrete art, which I love, or it's playing a musical instrument, or it's filmmaking, or all of the painting, all the other things. Thank you for that, because you truly are an inspiration to so many young people in our city, and you're an inspiration to who we should be as a city. So again, thank you for that. Because your vision is Boston's story. And certainly that's what we want to talk about, Boston's story, and continue that. Arts are crucial to the success of our city. Oftentimes people won't realize that unless we don't have it. The help of our art scene certainly is a good indicator of the well-being of our whole city. A thriving art scene, and we have one in our city, means that our diverse communities are expressing themselves in so many different ways, and that really is exciting that happens. It means more opportunity for our youth as well. And a lot of people, we have a forum tonight, debate tonight, and people are going to talk about, what are you going to do about the rising crime numbers, and what are you going to do about the increase in shootings and things like that. And there's no magic answer, but through art and culture, there is a magic answer. It allows young people to express themselves in a whole different way. Opens up doors and opens up opportunities for young people in our city. Something that we have to continue to do in our city. We launched Boston Creates, as you know. It's a cultural plan. We're cutting through the red tape and the performance venues. We're working with local artists. We're working on rehearsal space. We're working on studio space. We're working on affordable housing. Working on all those issues that we have to continue to work on, because I know that the small stipends you get you can't pay a large rent on or a large mortgage on. So it's an opportunity for us to do that. We hired an artist and resident manager, Julie, who's here with us. We want to make sure that art's everywhere. Today, Julie Burros spoke about being in the North End, and we were. Ann Hirsch and Jeremy Angier broke ground on some art that we're going to be doing today in down the North End, in front of Paul Revere's house. So when you think about that for a minute, people are going to be coming for the historical aspect of of North Square and Paul Revere's house, but they're also going to see what we have, the talent we have in our city and in our region there. So we're excited about it. This fellowship is exciting. It's an exciting next step. And I just, again, I know we're going to get into the arts and the certificates in a second, but I just want to thank you all. I don't know if anyone's here of the 300 participants, but I want to thank the 300 participants. Because if we didn't have 300 participants, we don't come down to this quality of award that we're doing today. You saw the video. It's right there. It talks about the great, incredible talent that we have in our city and in our state. We just have to continue to work off that. So again, congratulations to all of you. And now I get a chance to present to you. Marilyn. Come on up, Marilyn. This is a very trimmed down version of the Academy Awards. Marilyn is a performance artist who is a founding member of the Arts Collaborative, MOBIS, right? And I want to congratulate you again. That was beautiful, the video, and congratulations. Also, Marilyn also studied at Boston University. She presented her work in 28 countries, and now she's a resident in Jamaica Plain. So think about that impact of an artist in JP, 28 countries, and all that she's done. So again, thank you very much for what you've done. I didn't see the next page. Mary Jane. Mary Jane is a filmmaker and associate professor at Boston University. She lives in the Back Bay and is currently assembling a series of short films on the Boston Children's Chorus. And if you don't know the Boston Children's Chorus, watch this movie. They're absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Michelle, a conceptual artist from Roxbury. She was trained as an architect and questions the controversial rule of architecture. And that's somebody, Michelle should be working upstairs at the BRA, or the BPDA for us right now, because we're competing that as well. And, you know, again, you see the talent of this woman to my left in our city, in Roxbury. Incredible stuff, so thank you. Danielle grew up in Havana, Cuba. He studied and taught at Boston University and now lives in Brighton. So I want to congratulate him on and the importance of immigrants in our community right here to bring that kind of arts to our country. So.
Jason's not here.
And Jason's not here. You saw Jason, trumpeter, composer, educator, lives in Rosendale, board member of Jazz Boston, associate professor at Berkeley, and also wants to bring a jazz festival to Rosendale. So I think we have to do that. So Jason, it's coming.
So in addition, thank you so much, Mayor Walsh. In addition to this really nifty certificate, the Artist Fellows are being awarded $10,000 each. So that's it's not quite no strings attached where the cities are a couple little strings attached, but one of the things we want to do with all of you is collaborate to share your work with the public. So that's something that my office will do. And just a couple of words in conclusion. This is the first time we've done this sort of award. It's something we wanted to do from the minute we heard so strongly from artists that they need resources. We do have funding to do this award again. Thank you, Mayor Walsh. So it was the pilot year. We're going to make a lot of improvements. Our jury, who many of them are here today, extremely distinguished master creatives of Boston, they really helped us think through a process, and we're going to make it even better next time around. So I do want to encourage all of you to please help us get the word out about this fantastic opportunity, because we know we're going to do it again. And we also are so proud, we've tried to be as inclusive as possible. The application was in 5 different languages. We got responses in 4 different languages, so we're going to continue to work with the whole community to get the word out and really honor the gifts of our artists here in Boston. So thank you so much for joining us. I think we'll stick around for one group photo. Thank you for making this a reality, and thank you for sharing your gifts with the people of Boston.